Hey all you zealots and zerglings out there, I've got a 1 versus 1 for you today. This is my ladder game number 17, and that includes my 5 qualifiers, so I obviously haven't played ladder all that much, maybe because I stink at it. But the map is Xel'Naga Caverns. I've spawned as the blue zerg here in the bottom. My opponent is Reave, the red Terran, here, and the other base. And there's only 2 bases on this map. It's a map I've played at least once before. I can't remember if I played it a couple times or if this is only my second time here. But the last time I lost to some masked Marines, I believe. But I was feeling like playing a ladder game today, so I thought I'd give it a try. And then I decided to cast it. My opponent, Reave, is putting up his first supply depot. Let's get up the production tab. I'm just producing drones right now. Oh, and he's getting an early gas. Gas before barracks it's significant. It means he's probably going a more high-tech build if he's actually knows why he's getting the early gas. So it probably means we won't be seeing any heavy or early marine pushes, which is good because I usually don't do well against those. So he's got that up, and then now his barracks is going down. I have actually got my gas too for my pool, which would imply I'm going for a high-tech build as well, and then there goes my spawning pool. And this is all part of my build. This wasn't just like I forgot to put my spawning pool down, although that's been known to happen. My extractor's done, so there we go. Now I'm going to get my guys on gas, and I forgot to put a scouting drone out, which is probably a mistake. So here we got a if I can follow him, there we go. We got a scouting SCV for Reave, which my overlord did spot. I did see him coming. Not that it really matters that I need to know that there's scouts coming. I can't deny him entrance into my base. I've got no, I mean, what am I gonna do, send some drones to my door to greet him? So he's gonna come in here unmolested. Now this is interesting. Let's check his view.
Add-on complete.
He saw where I'm at. That's it. He just saw where I'm at. He did not see my pool, which had just gone up. He did not see my gas. He might have seen this one, but so I don't know what he was scouting for. He knew where I was at, and he got no information from that scout. All he could probably tell is that I didn't have zerglings up yet. And see, he is going for a factory. He's got a tech lab, but he's not researching anything. And he's not producing a marauder, so we could be seeing him switch off here, go for some early tanks, which would certainly be conducive to getting the early gas. They don't have a second gas yet. I don't know if you need one for that. Getting his orbital command. I have started my expansion, which I think I started the expansion on 20, so I just put it down. And I got a queen here. She's actually chilling out at the edge of the creep. Another queen on the way, and I got zergling speeds coming. And we do have some tanks here for Reave. And he's now researching siege mode. Doesn't quite have the gas for it. He's about to get 100 gas. Let's see if he researches it now. And he's not researching it yet, but it could come. I dropped a creep tumor. I'm sending my queen down my expo because I got another queen here to take care of this. I do have one of the watchtowers. Trying to position some scouts near his front door. They haven't quite gotten there yet because I was mass microing all over the place and checked the APM. Well, 33 actually, that's my average, so that's not very exciting right there. Back to production. Now we do have siege tech on the way. He does have a tank out. No add-on to this. He's pumping out Marines, but he's got no add-on yet. And he is getting a starport. And oh, I'm going to do a little bit of scouting. Lost one of my zerglings there, but I did see his tank. I did see his tank, so I knew I had tanks on the way. And these Marines are going to push out. They're not going to see my zergling just sitting here. Oh, 7 hit points, and he probably regained a couple of points from running away. And they are going to come to this watchtower. I didn't see this in time. Lost my zergling. That's terrible. Should have pulled the zergling out when I had the chance. So I wonder what he's going to do with this starport. He's still pumping out a tank. His siege mode is done. And now going down for the second barracks, so I don't know if he's just going to get medevacs off this, or if he's going to go for something higher tech. He doesn't have room for an add-on, so it could be he's just getting some medevacs out. And I've got some Zerglings out. I might have been anticipating tank play, which, if you can catch them unsieged, Zerglings are pretty good against tanks. Speedlings, too, because the speed is done. I do have my lair up, and I'm getting a Spire. This was a 2-base Muta build, which is one I've been trying to learn, but it is very complicated. As you can see by all the resources I have, this is not the most efficient way of doing it. Although some of the microing and scouting his base and losing my watchtower, I was a little scattered. I couldn't quite follow the later stages of it where it gets really harrowing. But I am going to retake the watchtower. More than enough Zerglings to handle that. And yes, it looks like he's getting medevacs out. He's getting an engineering bay. Not doing anything with that yet. Oh, he's gonna load up. Looks like we're gonna be seeing some drops. Oh, now we throw those Marines out. Looks like we're gonna do a Marine tank drop. Now here's what's stupid. He is flying this right in the view of the watchtower. I just took the watchtower from him. He knows there's a good high probability I've got units here, yet he flew right within my vision, and I did see this. And the proof of that I saw this is that I'm selecting my Zerglings and I'm bringing them back home. If he had flown here in this edge and missed this Overlord, I would not have seen this, and these Zerglings would not be here right now. They would still be at this watchtower, I guarantee it. So keep that in mind. Another mistake here. I can see him unloading these. And oh, he's going to try to siege up, but my Lings are in there. See, like I said, if you get him out of position, Lings will own siege tanks pretty well. And he's going to escape with nothing but a medevac. And when you check the units lost, he's not doing well. I mean, I've lost some Zerglings, and I think that's about it. I'm getting my 3rd and 4th gas up. I think I got both of these gases saturated. Yep, and my Spire is done. Check production. I am producing 6 Mutalisks. I don't think I have any out yet. No, I do not have any out yet. And he is coming out with another force. Marines with 2 tanks. Oh, and they did finally see that Zergling. I don't know if I saw what killed it. And he's got his medevacs are giving advance warning because I saw the medevacs there and I had plenty of time to get my Zergling out. Why I stopped him there, I don't know. So he's gonna die. So that was a waste, but my Mutalisks are out. What has he got to defend this base? Oh, my Overlord I was sacrificing this Overlord to scout, saw what he had. And I want to pause this a second before anything exciting happens. And we notice the engineering base not doing anything. He is putting up an expo, which I think Overlord was over here. Did see this building, so I knew he was getting ready to expand. Not much. He's got a few Marines and a siege tank just kind of protecting his front door. Not much going on here. Get play again. So I didn't see anything too threatening here. I didn't see any missile turrets, which my Mutalisks were very relieved about. And now here's something else interesting. He is going to be coming up through these backdoor rocks. I'm not sure why he's doing this. First of all, I could technically see this. I did not actually see him breaking down these rocks, but I could have if I was watching that Overlord. But in the time it's taking him to knock down these rocks, he could have walked all the way around here. I mean, if I deflect this attack, I've got free access to my 3rd right here. I don't have to worry about wasting time breaking down these rocks. He's doing it for me. So I'm not sure what this is gaining him by coming in through this ramp. If I had seen this coming, I could have had spine crawlers up here to start pelting him on his way up. Well, I guess he doesn't medevac to spot the high ground. I just can't figure out why he's doing this. It doesn't make any sense to me. But the attack is going to commence. Oh, and actually, I missed something completely. Let me back up here a second. I'm not doing well. I think I went too far. Let me speed this up a bit. I completely missed something going on when he was knocking down those rocks. So I got my Mutalisks. Let me slow this back down again. And my Mutalisks are going to go right into the mineral line. And they're going to start wrecking an SCVs while he's still breaking down the rocks. He does get control of his SCVs and pull them back. And he is going to pull some Marines up. I don't think I could take this. There's almost as many Marines as Mutas, so it was probably a bad idea. Probably could even pull them out sooner. And also notice, he has not put these guys back on the line. He's still down here raking down these rocks. We check the income tab. He's got no income. And just keep watching that income tab. We'll see that he has not put his SCVs back on the line yet. He's too concentrated on this attack, which I have some Zerglings in place for. Attacks can commence. The siege tanks are going to siege up, but oh, the first hits are going to go right down on these Marines. My Queen's just going to go into her own volition. Oh, I have 2 Queens there actually. I got some more Zerglings here. They're going to come in, and yeah, he's wrecking through my Zerglings, but how much damage is he? How much friendly fire is the Marines getting with all these melee units attacking him? And I do pull my drones out. Notice he's still not mining anything. He's completely focused on his attack, and I'm going to bring my Zerglings around the Marines to start taking out his siege tanks. One siege tank goes down. I'm going to try to go after another one, but the Marines are going to clean it up. Oh, and more friendly fire on the Marines, because the Broodlings are going to spawn. And look, he's only got 4 Marines left, and now my Mutalisks are pulled all the way back to deflect this attack, which is probably what saved me. I don't know if I could have mustered up enough Zerglings to take care of all this. And you know, right now, right at this point, I thought I was a bit worried because I had... Oh, and look, after that whole attack, now he's going back to mine. He's got almost no resources, very little at this base here. Just a few Marines and siege tanks. I mean, I'm not going to be able to break into his base anytime soon, but this is just not good. But I didn't know this at the time, and I was a bit worried because I knew I did not have enough larvae and enough gas to support myself. So I thought I was way behind at this point. But my opponent is just taking his expansion. I have this Overlord here. I don't know if he can see. He probably can see that there's nothing mining there yet, just a little bit. Remacroing up some Mutalisks. So I thought I was behind. He did drop down a couple of missile turrets, which you notice he has not gotten any of these upgrades yet. He's got no add-ons to his barracks, so he's just trying to pump Marines as fast as the barracks can, like this is StarCraft 1. No tanks are coming. We'll check the production tab. He's making an armory. I'm not sure why he's making an armory. Maybe he wants upgrades, and maybe he wants tank upgrades. You need an armory to get your level 2 infantry, but he doesn't have a level 1 yet. Meanwhile, I have actually threw down a Roach Warren because I wanted some cost-effective units. And oh, the Mutalisks are back, and they are going to go after his missile turrets. His Marines are going to try to respond. Oh, I've lost a couple of Mutalisks. We're going to pull back. Oh, and they're going to just snipe that. Oh, and they're going to snipe this SCV trying to build another missile turret. Nah, there's too many Marines there. I'm going to pull out. And then I'm going to hit his Expo, but notice I'm getting Roach speed because I wanted to get some Roaches out. I got my attack level 1 coming up. I'm rebuilding my Expo. More Mutalisks are coming. So I'm doing all sorts of things, and he is making an SCV. And now I would like to point out he did leave the game at this point, but that was not because he quit. At this point in the game, I got the delay screen where it said he was holding up the game, and it timed out on him. So I don't know. Maybe he got so frustrated he yanked his internet cable out of the wall and lost his connection, or maybe he really had computer issues. I don't know. I still thought I was behind, but in looking at it, I mean, check the units lost. Yeah, he was way behind in units lost, so it was okay there. And we checked the income. He had a lead, but that's only because he had a ton of workers and mules on a single base, and I was still trying to rebuild my expansion again. But once this kicked back in, and I transferred my drones back down there, I would have probably been ahead again. So, you know, unless he did something to counter these mutas, I probably could have starved him the rest of this game. He would have had to pump out a lot of Marines or get some Thors out to combat those mutas, and then I could have been doing all sorts of stuff. I still didn't know these rocks were broken down, but once I tried, I could have expanded here freely without wasting any time on these rocks. So I think I was in pretty good position. I didn't think about it in game. I thought I was kind of behind, but you know, just because you're behind, you don't know what your opponent's doing. I did do a lot of damage, and I killed off every army that he sent at me. But that's a victory for me. I was glad to get it any way I could. Maybe I could have held out if he'd stayed in the whole game. Maybe not. We'll leave that up to you to decide, but I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.